Hey folks, it's Friday. That means it's time for Last Call. We're going to look ahead to the entire slate of weekend action. I'm Matt Doyle, joined by Nicholas Rosie Rosano. The big game, of course, is Friday night on NBC Sports Network. Sporting Kansas City hosts the Chicago Fire. We're skipping that, though, because you can read about it all over the site. We've got videos, we have interactive content. Check it out. So instead, we'll start with number 5 as Portland hosts DC on Saturday night.
Should be one of those good under-the-radar games. Portland in good form at home. They haven't lost there for 2 months. DC have won their last 3 games, and this is a battle of 2 teams that have very different motivations going into this game. DC chasing that playoff spot. They're looking to pull away from Houston and Columbus in that battle for 5th place, and instead look ahead to the battle for seeding in the Eastern Conference playoffs. On Portland's side, they're planning to impress Caleb Porter. The new Timbers coach is surely watching all these games. Bright DK has looked very good since gaining that regular starting spot. Frank Songo has been providing the ball to him and looked good in the process. Same with Sal Zizzo. So these 2 teams should match up well at Jeld-Wen Field.
Yeah, and you can catch it all on Saturday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern on MLS Live.
And number 4, we have the Colorado Rapids hosting the LA Galaxy.
Yeah, and the last time these 2 teams met, the Galaxy produced one of my favorite goals of the year, 14-pass movement ending with Robbie Keane getting in on Matt Pickens and just slotting it home left foot. It was just perfect champagne football from the Galaxy. And that's told the story for the Rapids this year. They haven't been able to stop teams from building up and getting quality chances. So the Rapids really need to close that down. They need to be smarter in their pressure. The fact that they'll probably get Tony Cassio back and fit, that helps. The fact that Connor Casey is expected to play a role, that helps. Brian Mullen definitely helps. So it should be a different looking Rapids team than the one that gave up those 2 second-half goals to Vancouver last week. For the Galaxy, they just need to keep the train rolling. They're looking good for second in the West. Who'd have thought that back in May when they struggled so much? But with David Beckham back, with Juninho playing as well as anybody in the league, it's really an embarrassment of riches for Bruce Arena.
And you can catch that one on Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern on Galavision.
And number 3, another Saturday night special with Western Conference playoff seeding implications. RSL travel to Chivas USA.
And last week, RSL got it done without Alvaro Saborio, who tweeted this Friday that he was back with the team, so who knows? He was originally supposed to be out 2 to 4 weeks, but he could be back this weekend. But RSL were able to find the goals. Javier Morales is heating up at the right time, scored that great free kick that won goal of the week. Fabian Espindola scored in the first time for what seems like forever. So that's got to be a great feeling for him, though they did look a little sloppy against Portland towards the end of that game. Luckily, Chivas USA can't buy a goal for love or money. They've lost their last 5, 7 of their last 9. They've only scored once in those last 5 games that they've lost. Everything Robin Fraser's been trying hasn't worked. You know, maybe we'll see Juan Agudelo back in the starting lineup again. He may be their best chance of getting a goal, actually getting a result. But RSL have to like their chances. Yeah,
RSL should be really favored in this one, even though it is at the Home Depot Center Saturday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern on MLS Live.
At number 2, the San Jose Earthquakes host FC Dallas.
There are 3 things about this game. 1, FC Dallas still in the hunt for the 5th spot in the West. Obviously, it's a huge game for them. Obviously, it's at Buckshaw Stadium, where San Jose haven't lost since last August. So it's a tall order, especially with Vancouver, the team that Dallas are chasing, at home. So that's number 1. Number 2 is if San Jose win this one, you gotta think they've pretty much wrapped the Shield up. Another 3 points, but 63 points. Everyone else behind them is sort of cannibalizing each other. So this is clear sailing for them if they get 3 points. And the third point is Chris Wondolowski. Everybody wants to, even the neutrals, even the people who hate San Jose, want to see this guy play every week because he has a real shot at Roy Lassiter's record. If he gets 2 more, suddenly at 24 goals, suddenly well within striking distance, and he always finishes the season hot.
And you can catch that one on Saturday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time on MLS Live.
And number 1 on our list, Cascadia, Total War, as Vancouver hosts Seattle.
Vancouver said they've stopped the rot with that 2-2 draw at home against Colorado. I don't know how you can say that. They gave up that late equalizer. The good news for Vancouver is that Kenny Miller-Darren Maddox partnership is showing some signs of life. Kenny Miller was on the field for 45 minutes in that Colorado game. They looked pretty good together. For Seattle, though, they've got Eddie Johnson back from that yellow card accumulation suspension. Both Christian Tiffert and Mauro Rosales looking like they probably will feature. Given the way Vancouver defended against Colorado on that last goal, I mean, they just got to defend better against a team like Seattle, who can punish you in so many ways. You know, Seattle's still smarting from that loss to San Jose last week, and you can bet they'll be out to get Vancouver and take pole position in the Cascadia Cup race.
And you can see every week when Seattle has Tiffert, Rosales, Montero, Johnson together, they're pretty much unbeatable. All four expected to start. And that one, Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern on NBC Sports Network, and of course, a live chat on MLSsoccer.com. That'll do it for us. Nick, Dan, everybody, have a good weekend.